Hello everyone, and today we're back for another Loomian Legacy PvP video. And today we're going to be showcasing the 4th iteration of the worst PvP team of all time. But as you can see, this team doesn't actually look so bad. But wait till I show you the moves. So I'm going to be using a ranged Terraclaw. Yes, we are off to an amazing start. 152 in the health, 200 in the ranged attack, and 148 in the ranged defense, so I can at least have a little bit of ranged defense on my Terraclaw. Pestilence, Mud Spatter, Barbs, Dodge. And I know what people are saying in the comments. Doesn't Terraclaw learn Life Drain? Well, no. But technically it's pre-evolved Loomian, and Grubby does at level 25. So, Terraclaw could have Life Drain if you evolve Grubby into Terraclaw. The problem is with Dream Teams is that I can't actually give Terraclaw Life Drain because technically Terraclaw doesn't learn the move, even though it technically does. So, fortunately, I am without Life Drain. That really sucks. So, the other move I have instead of Life Drain is Dodge. So, I'm going to be annoying with the bug. The next Loomian I have on my team is Gargolem Attack. You know, the banned Loomian, one of the most broken attackers in all of Loomian Legacy. But the thing is, this Gargolem Attack is different compared to other Gargolem attacks because he thinks he's Gargolem Defense. This is basically Gargolem Defense as Gargolem Attack. Imbue dies, Milkshake, Mudslide, Icicle Traps, Driving Force, Barbs. He's basically a Gargolem Defense in anything but the name. The thing is with Gargolem Attack, it has some of the worst bulk out of any Loomian in the game. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Gargolem Attack does with Gargolem Defense's moveset. So, that's the second Mon. The third Mon I have on this list is Ventation. This is a typical Ventation set, except for the fact that it's very smart. Tsunami, Frostbeam, Mudslide, and Burn Up. The best thing about this set might actually be our best Mon on the team, because it actually does have hazard removal in the form of Mudslide and Burn Up, so it's definitely going to be very reliable in removing hazards. Plus, it's going to hit decently hard while still having good natural bulk. But thing is, it's definitely not going to live 2 Caprioles from a specialty gloves Broncata set. So we're definitely going to have to be careful with that. The 4th mod we have on our team is Holly Bunch, a very nimble specialty boots Holly Bunch. This is an extremely fast Holly Bunch that can outspeed a nimble Ikazune without specialty boots, which is utterly insane when you consider the fact that Holly Bunch only has a base speed stat of 39. Flash and Flee, Nature's Force, Feral Blast, and Spectral Burst are the moves of choice. The 5th mod I have on my team is Infernix, and you know, Infernix is one of the most reliable Loomians in the game, except for the fact that this one doesn't have an attacking move. Raging Flame, Return to Sender, Bane of Haste, Dissipate. This thing is an absolute sitting duck, and to really add the fact that this thing is a sitting duck, it's also clumsy 0 UPs in the ranged attack. Because, let's be honest, we're not using that anyway. So, this is an Infernix with absolute 0 offense altogether. It's as passive as a tank. So, I don't know if this thing is going to do anything today, but hey, I can set up Beta Haste for the rest of the team, so that's something. 6th Mon I have is Melee Stratosaur. I have Heavy Bash, Cyclone Slam. Unfortunately, Stratosaur no longer has Tase, so I'm forced to run Stun on it. And I have Teardown as my last move. I wanted to have Perch on Stratosaur so I could keep it alive, but I kind of want it Stun, and I also want it Teardown, because Teardown actually synergizes well on a melee Stratosaur, so yeah, that's what we have. It's also Soul Burst, because we needed a Soul Burst on the team. Then the final Mon we have on the team is Specialization Steel Crusher Wheel. Very brawny. This is one of the hardest hitting Loomians in the game if I'm actually able to hit my Steel Crushers. Because Specialization boosts the moves that, if you have less moves, it'll actually boost that move even more. So, Specialization Munch Wheel with the Metallic Shell should be able to absolutely tear holes into teams. So out of the way, let's see how this team actually does in battle. Alright, we're into battle number 1 with the worst PvP team of all time, and I'm really upset. The reason why I'm really upset is because I actually won my first battle, but OBS corrupted, so I'm really sad. This Gargolem is looking pretty good, though. I could stop Zip Zap, I could stop Venilin from setting up. This Luminami's gonna pop the heck off, too. I mean, this Holly Bunch is gonna pop the heck off. There is a Festifer, though. A Festifer is going to be a little tricky. Ganderville, I'll bring you for the Ganderville. And out of these three, which one do I bring? There's Munchwheel, that can do a lot of damage. Munchwheel looks great here if I hit all my attacks. If I hit all my attacks! I'm not bringing Stratosaur. I'm not bringing Infernix. You know, Infernix could be kind of good. It could be just good to switch in and out and set up Bane, but I think this will be what I do. Problem is, this Terraclaw's range, so it really doesn't do anything. So I think we're going to lead Ventation on the Ganderville. I am facing no files, so yeah, there is going to be some Ganderville stuff. 100%. I have a feeling that his Ganderville is going to be specialty boots. That's usually what no file runs, but we'll see. We're going to see what happens here. I'm really upset. We actually beat a Fog team. We beat Your Soul and Gloomy Lachette, and I've even learned some good knowledge, like specialization does not work under Fog. I've won, but I can't show it because stupid OBS. Anyway, we're going to just have to make it work for what it is. There's Ragoon. Ragoon lead. Probably going to go for play. I'll just Tsunami. Because I don't think Lachette knows that this is very smart Ventation. Although stealing Sharp Edges is not ideal, it doesn't matter that much if he steals Sharp Edges. Ow! Oh! Is it Burglar? Okay, no, it is Ability Thief, that makes sense. Problem is, now he probably knows that this is that. Bam! Tons of damage. I'm gonna go for a Frostbeam predicting Goatervale. Even though he's probably not going to go Goatervale, I might as well make that play. And yeah, that's a lot of damage done in Ragoon. And he went for Barbs. So, okay, he just went for Barbs. That makes sense. Problem, I should have clicked on Slide. I didn't think he was going to place Barbs. I thought he was going to switch into something else. So, Suicide Lead works, gets a layer of Barbs, and he steals my ability. If he goes Lumi, I will burn up. If he goes Proto, I'm cooked. If he goes Proto, I'm cooked. Because I don't have a range tank to switch into this guy. And my range tank, I left on the back. I could stop a Zip Sat with Gargolem, so there is something I could work with, but it's also one of those where he could just Dart Burst and I'm cooked. You're not Dart Bursting a Ventation, no. Oh my god, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Got a Milkshake, though. Oh, you actually made that predict. That's actually unbelievable, really. Well, Terraclaw are coming in. God dang it! Little stuff like that is how you lose a battle. No File's gonna outplay me because I have a garbage team. It sucks. Okay, Terraclaw, you're in. You're gonna have to clutch up, even though he's at +1. Yep, I knew you were not Goggles. This is still gonna do 7 zillion, though. Does a lot. This sucks. He might just be able to 1v1 me. You know what? I'll place Barbs myself. You know what? I'm going to place Barbs myself. Maybe a range attacking maybe a range attacking Terraclaw, but it doesn't matter because I have a very, very valuable move that I can click, and it's Barbs. Wish I had Life Drain, because Life Drain would be able to hit Lumi, but it's how it is. So range attacking Terraclaw, here we go. See what you do. Probably my worst mon. There's Zip Zap. That's a lot of damage. Oh! That doesn't even mention Devious Wendelin or Devious, you know, Devious Fella comes in. Oh, Ganderville. Oh my god, Ganderville. This thing is going to be horrible to face. I could at least, I could dodge an attack though and see what it does. So there is something I can at least do. Dodge, see what Goatervale does, and see what we can do from there. Because we know that this Ganderville is a Boots Ganderville. So, I know this. This is what No File usually uses. I faced him a ton. So, yeah. That's going to be the play call I work with here. See what move you click, and then react at whatever happens. Okay, click Baffle. So he's stuck in a Baffle. He's stuck in a Baffle. He's stuck in a Baffle. Really good. He's stuck in a Baffle. Pestilence. You're stuck in a Baffle. I'm staying in and Pestilencing because I get a free attack off. And plus, I'm not allowing you to get pivots. Yep, you're stuck in a Baffle. I knew you were. Perfect. That's a decent amount of energy that Ganderville lost as well. If he goes to the Protogon, I can dodge again. The Pestilence will trap something in. If it's against Luminami, then it really doesn't matter too much. If it's against Venilin, I can dodge again. So yeah, we'll see what to do here. That was a bad start. Protogon leaving Infernix behind was definitely not the play, even though it doesn't have an attacking move. The thing is, No File doesn't know that. Goes into Oblos, which, yeah, makes sense. That play does make sense. But yeah, now you're trapped in with Pestilence, meaning that... Yeah, now the Oblos is trapped in, because this is a ranged Terraclaw. All I will say is I really, 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 really wish this thing had Life Drain. It does have Life Drain, but I can't give it to it in Dream Teams, which sucks. I'm going for a dodge, because it's the best play to go for. Oblos takes a little bit of chip. You do have Palm. Yeah, Peace of Mind, everyone's favorite move. And I didn't bring Stratosaur, meaning I just lost to this thing. I just lost to Oblos on that play right there. I gotta sack him on. I gotta sack him on, basically. You're not gonna click 8. You're gonna click. You're not clicking energy. You're not clicking... I have a play call I could try for. We'll see if this is the right play, though. Your Golem's coming in. Ah, the predicts! I keep getting owned by the predicts! Oh my god, I'm getting owned! I hate this. I'm a little bit more on edge than usual because the fact that I won a battle with this team. Like, that's the thing that's so upsetting. Since I won a battle with this team, I know that I can do it. But this is going to be the battle that shows in the video, me getting predicted by no file, instead of the one where I beat a legitimate fog team. And also, I wish I still had my thing for Venolin, because now Venolin can actually click Mudslide and get rid of the hazards. Utterly fair, I know. I love it. I love being utterly predicted in a game where I should have already had a win without any pressure whatsoever. But nope, that's just not how it is. That's just not how it is. Yeah, it's just not how it is. So, you know what? We're going to have to find a way to win. We're going to have to find a way to destroy this Venolin somehow. This sucks. This really sucks, because he's going to get rid of his hazards, and his Protogon is going to come in for free. This sucks. Oh, it's only Teardown. Okay, I did not trap Ven. Okay, Venolin could not have been trapped in jail then. Okay. So Venolin could not have been trapped in jail then. Okay. Alright. Well, good to know. I did not know that. So I guess it didn't matter anyway. Protogon. Protogon comes back in. Please, at the very, very, very least, hit Steel Crusher. At the very least, hit Steel Crusher. Thank you. You can at least hit an attack. Thank you. Oh! That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. He's going to Zip Zap out, so I'm going to go into... if I make the wrong read here, I'm cooked. I hope it's not the wrong read. It's not the wrong read. I made the right read. Good. Protogon zips out. No Gargolem attack means Zip Zap is free. Goes into Venolin. Probably going to click the funny Rejuvenate button. I go for a Flash and Flee to pivot out. Flash and Flee to pivot out. At this situation, I wish I was the slower Venolin, but it's how it is. I don't even care about Poison. He knows that I'm Specs Wheel. Muck Blast, please don't Poison. I need a little RNG. Nice, a little RNG goes my way. I'll go for the Steel Crusher. Steel Crusher incoming on whatever Mon comes in next. I don't know who will come in next. I still have Ventation alive, too, for the Ganderville at the end. Where I could hit it with a Frost Beam and knock it out, probably. So that's good. Let's see what you do. Switches into, please, KO Protogon. He's KOing Oblos because he knows he can afford to lose it. He can afford to lose Oblos. He can't afford to lose Protogon. And I can't afford to lose Munchmas. But thing is, every time this thing gets on the field against Venolin, I get a free attack off. So that's something I could definitely utilize. So yes, Protogon, Ganderville, and Protogon, Ganderville. Ganderville played now could actually be bad, but I think we'll be fine. If he does do that, I could go Holly Bunch on the Rogue. He does go Ganderville. Okay. I'm pretty happy. I'm happy he didn't go into the other guy, actually. So, okay. There's a very interesting play call coming here. I have no idea what he's going to do. Only thing I know is that Holly Bunch is the play call here. It sucks, but it's kind of the only play call I can make, because I was saving that for the Oblos. Rogue, nice, I got him. Still did a lot of damage, but it's nice. I'll take it. And I'll go for the Flash and Flea pivot on something. I'll go for the Flash and Fleet pivot on something, because if he goes for Rogue again, he will lose his Ganderville for no reason. And he doesn't want to lose his Ganderville for no reason. So, I'm going to go for the Flash and Fleet here. Let's see if we can recover from this battle. We have a good chance of doing it. Even if he goes into Protocon, we have a good chance of doing it. This Terror Claw can live a hit. A layer of Barbs can definitely do it in. Flash and Flee is basically free here. Even on the Ganderville. Holly Bunch can be used as a sack later. We're looking good here. We're looking good. We're looking good. Switch, please be Protogon. Oh, it's probably going to be Venolan. Venolan makes sense. Yeah, Venolan makes sense. But now, he gets stuck into that position again. He gets stuck into that position again, where Munchwheel clicks a button. That's the thing. Every time Venolan... He's going to realize quickly that Venolan is a dead weight. Yep, he did realize it. He clicks Rock Slide. There's a lot. I just got to hit my attack. Thank you. You hit an attack. Thank you very much. I needed that big time. I needed that big time. Protogon comes back in and clicks the funny Zip Zap button because it gets a range attack increase. Alright. Range attack increase. I'm just going to Steel Crusher again. Ah! Dang it! Okay. Sucks, but you know what? Like, the thing is, I know their play. I could have just went Holly Bunch, to be fair, but... the problem is I know that this is a Boots Ganderville, so I know that this is Boots. Temptation can come in, though. It's going to lead to a very interesting position either way. But a Frost Beam. It's going to lead to a very interesting position either way. He just Raging Tackled. Ow! It's a lot of damage. Frost Beam will do a lot, though. Bam! Not enough to KO, but he dies next turn. Thing is, though, he dies next turn. Yeah, just Tsunami no matter what here. Perfect, we just Tsunami here. No! I didn't want that to live! The reason why I didn't want that to live is because now Protocon's gonna get a ranged. Protocon's gonna get a ranged attack increase now. Ah, dang it! I didn't want that. Thing is, it's its last Mon. It's his last Mon. It is his last Mon. I'll go for Tsunami either way. His Protogon can clean up. This game is going to be down to a 50-50 dodge predict, I feel like. It also depends if he has Dart Burst or not, which... I don't think he has Dart Burst. Metal Blast is the move clicked. He knows I have Dodge on Terra Claw. That's the thing. He knows that I have Dodge on Terra Claw. So, I think No File is going to try to predict me predicting the dodge. Mud Spatter is needed here. Mud Spatter is needed, so my Holy Bunch can outspeed. Might just even KO Protogon straight up. He did not fall for the bait. He has enough for one more. No crit. Oh, okay. Terra Claw. You're built different. You're built different. In the range, Terra Claw gets the KO. Let's head into battle number 2. Alright. Battle number 2 with my worst PvP team of all time, part 4. I can't believe we were able to win versus No File after that bad start. We're into another one here, and there is a Windolin, which outspeeds this. There is a... Well, this thing looks amazing again. Specialization Munchwheel is going to heavily carry the team. Tanuki is not ideal. Thing is not going to be necessarily ideal, so we're going to have to be very careful versus that. I think I'll leave this on. Thing is, he could predict it, is the thing. Which if he does, we just go into you. No, we gotta bring we gotta bring these two, though, is the problem. It sucks. We gotta bring those two so we can at least use them for a battle. Gargolem looks so good here if I play it right. Actually, no, I need this for the R-Pipe. The thing is, Holly Bunch doesn't look so good because it can't really outspeed stuff and it doesn't really do that much damage. So, I think this actually is the best team to bring. I just don't know if he's gonna lead Rancid or if he leads Window. I think he leads Window into a fadeaway. He leads... Okay, out of all the leads, Danuki was not something I thought. Probably going to set up a screen, so I'm just going to use my very smart Ventation and do some solid damage right off the bat. Thing is, I don't know how bulky this Danuki is. This thing could be anything. It could be screens, it can be a Nebuar, it could be Scapegoat, Bulk Up, Rejuvenate. This thing could be anything. It could be Stupefy, just to paralyze things. Good to know. Hey, that's half of Danuki's health, though. So, you know what? I'll just Tsunami again. Force to switch, goes into Festifer. Festifer comes on in. I will switch into... I don't know. Yeah, he is a Health Amulet. It makes sense. Health Amulet, Festifer. Don't really have an easy switch into this, but I can go to Strat and then Heavy Bash it. I mean, I could Heavy Bash it. That's a play I could make. I don't think he's going to be Timber Crash. I think he's going to be Ice Hammer, Icicle Traps. Okay. I could Icicle Trap, Tear Down. Problem is, Tear Down is going to hurt me, not necessarily... Because of the Regif ability, it actually hurts me. So, you know what? I'm just going to Soul Burst and Heavy Bash immediately. Because he's not going to know that a melee attacking strat thing is. He doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to know that this is melee attacking Stratosaur because he's just going to live the hit anyway. But you know what? We are going to just go for it and go for the attacky attack. That's the way it works. Attacky attack. Just Heavy Bash do a decent check. Ice Hammer will do a lot. He probably just realized I'm Heavy Bash, so now he's going to go for a Rejuvenate. Now I'm going to use my Airstrike. I know this is a range move, but I'm using it. No! No! I wasted my Airstrike. I could have used it. I mean, I get to hit Arpygo, so you know what? It's not the end of the world. I brought in Pharynx to get rid of Icicle Trap, so I don't have to lose my Stratosaur here. There's a little bit of chip, not much. I can go into this thing. I have a couple options here. I do have a couple options of what I can do with my Infernix. It's just I'm not sure yet. I don't know if this is Zip Zap. I don't know if this is Magnify. I kind of just don't know what the play is. I don't know. This Arpygo could be anything, so I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm just gonna go into this and wait and see. I think he's just gonna go for an attack and try to get rid of Strat. Yeah, he tries to get rid of Strat. Ow! Your goggles. Good to know. Raging Flame on an incoming melee attacker. So this is the first time this Infernix will get used. I don't... Bane Haste isn't that valuable in this battle because I don't think it really helps too much. I need to hit this. Thank you. I got the burn on Sumo. That's a big deal. Burn on Sumo Beetle is a big deal. Because now its attack is really nerfed. I can switch out now and go into nothing, really. I don't really have a switch in. I mean, Ventation is the best switch in, but Icicle Traps are up, and even a Burnt Sumo Beetle can actually do solid damage with Double Beat. Because each individual Double Beat does a lot of damage. Oh, but he also takes double damage from Sharp Edges, so that's also something I can work with. I'm going to... That Festifer is just going to be the trickiest thing on the planet. That Festifer is going to be so tricky to beat. Y'all don't even know how tricky that thing is going to be to beat. Oh, he stayed in. Well, that's a lot of damage on Sumo Beetle. Never mind, your Restrictive Shield on a Horn Dashi. More chip. More chip is nice. Infernix? Perfect. Got the Infernix play in. That is no more Icicle Traps for me. I still have a Mudslide available. I have a lot of Hazard Removal. Hazard Removal is not a problem with the team. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I brought 3 forms of Hazard Removal, so we're golden. Yeah, the Sumo Beetle got completely cooked. That's good. Cooking Sumo Beetle's nice. Yeah, now he's really cooked. Yeah, he's really cooked now. Jeez, Ventation is so good! Sharp Edges is so good on Vent. That's a no more Sumo Beetle. Problem is that he's given free switch initiative, and this Ventation kind of can't do anything because of the Paralyze. Yeah, Stupefy Danuki is most certainly something. This thing is probably just going to set up a free Magnify and cook me. There's a couple plays I can make here. But yeah, he gets a free Magnify. So I could go Terra Claw and stall it out. That's what I'm going to try to... You know what? I'm going to try that. I don't think he's going to Frost Beam. I think Frost Beam is a bad play here for him. Okay, he zips. So he Zip Zap. Zip Zap into Festifer. It's a Zip Zap into Festifer, I assume. Oh, into Danuki, actually. He's going to click the funny M-War button. So I'm going to click Pestilence and try to trap him in. Hopefully he doesn't click Scapegoat. Scapegoat would be bad, but he's Stupefy. Thing is, he's Stupefy. And if I can trap Danuki onto the field... He's Coconut Bomb. Oh, wait. Well, I trapped him. He is Sly, but this is a resistant hit. He tried to predict Ventation. I think he thought Ventation was coming in. But I got him. I got him trapped now. Which means... this Pestilence will not do that much damage. And I can actually set up barbs. I can use this Danuki as fodder. And set up a layer of barbs for free on Festifer. Which is perfect. And if he clicks Rejuvenate... that just gets even more barbs on the field. So that's actually really good. Good job, Terraclaw. Final jab. Ow. Okay, that did a lot of damage. But it's dead next turn. So instead of letting Terraclaw take a lot more damage, I'm just going to go for a dodge. Dodge the attack. Nothing this Danuki can do. I would love to get another layer of barbs up, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just dodge and conserve Terraclaw's HP. Especially since he could potentially still have a Ronsador in the back. So yeah. Conserving Terraclaw's HP is going to be golden here. There goes Danuki. So Danuki's dead. Festifer comes in with a layer of hazards up. That worked out really well. Good job, Range Terraclaw. You absolutely popped off there. Festifer will come on in. Arpaigo will come on in for a Frost Beam. He's trying to overload my team. He's trying to overload. He's trying to overload everything. He did this intentionally to try to overload stuff. There is one play call I can make. I can go for Infernix. I can go for Infernix, burn it, RTS. Okay, it looks like he zips that. It looks like he strictly zips that, which is good. It looks like he zips that. A Ronsador Death would be really good here. He's going Festifer knowing that I don't have an attacking move. Bruh, he knows I don't have an attacking move. That's so bad. He knows I don't have an attacking move. I could Dissipate out. I could bane a haste. But no, I kind of can't bane a haste with Festifer on the field. I think Ventation to a Mudslide on Icicle Traps is the way to go. Let's see if he actually has Earthquake on this. He does have Earthquake. So he does have Earthquake on his Festifer, gotta know. He does have Earthquake on his Fest. I can go for a Mudslide for some damage in case he goes for Icicle Traps. That's the play call to go for. I mean, it's free damage, so I might as well take it while I have the chance, even if it goes for Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate Icicle Traps doesn't help him because I Oh no, I outspeed Festifer. I underspeed Festifer. Oh, I still outspeed Fest. Jeez, I still outspeed Festifer. Oh my god, he did make that play. You're kidding me. He actually did make that play. Well, Icicle Traps are... The thing is, I'm not too weak to Icicle Traps. It sucks, though. It sucks. I'm kind of out of position on that play. And him being held... Oh, he just waited. Well, him waiting was a sell, so we just Mudslide again and get rid of the traps again and then do something else next turn. Because we still outspeed the Festifer. How slow is your Festifer? Because I'm paralyzed. Inventation isn't necessarily known for being fast. Perfect. Okay. No Icicle Traps. Ventation's dead, but it did a really good job. So Festifer, Arpaigo, and I have no idea what his last one is. Munchwheel, you're going to have to carry absolutely everything here. We just go for a Steel Crusher. Problem is I am the slowest possible Munchwheel, so I don't have any good information whether this thing outspeeds or not. And we're still not going to know if I outspeed that or not. Arpaigo does come on in. This might actually just KO Arpaigo straight off the bat. And I do hit another Munchwheel. Metallic Shell does get activated. That is going to be a dead Arpaigo. Yeah, resistant hit. This Munchwheel has been the MVP of the video. That thing has been cooking. See who he goes into next. Is his last one Ronsador? His last one is Ronsador. Good to know. His last one is Ronsador. I don't really have much... The problem is I don't really have much damage onto Festifer. So, Stratosaur can still be saved. Infernix, not really. Infernix, job well done. Honestly, buddy, job well done. And I have a play I can make here, too. So, Muck Blast does a lot of damage. No poison. Perfect. I have an easy play I can make here. Dissipate into something else. Yep, got him! Got him! Got him! This is technically going to be 3 in a row, but again, my first battle has not showed up. Alright, we're going to go into you again. The biggest threat is this Festifer. If we can get rid of Festifer, we win the game. I don't have Fire Breath on my Infernix, which sucks. That's the problem with having no attacking moves and being passive as heck. I do outspeed, and that is going to be a dead Festifer. And I think we got this in the bag now. We can just Mud Spat or something else, and Stratosaur will outspeed. Perfect. Job well done. Job well done from the worst. The thing is, I don't even have to do a third battle for a video because everything else is kind of cooked. This Munchwheel set's actually pretty fun to use. Specialization Munchwheel hits like a freaking truck. And I've hit every single Steel Crusher today, which was a miracle. So, yeah, that is the worst PvP team of all time, part 4. I don't know how this competes to some of the other teams. I think it's not too bad. I mean, I was able to win all 3 of my battles today. I know it's technically 2 in the video, but like I said, OBS issues, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of me using the worst PvP team of all time again. If y'all want me to continue this series, please tell me in the comments below, because I do enjoy using these teams. So, yeah, that'll be the end of the video, and I'll see y'all all later. Bye-bye!